YouTube vertical. I'm drawing Predator Badlands today. If you like drawing, hang out for the next 50 minutes. Okay, so now I am actually streaming on on many platforms. Yeah, okay, so that's great, awesome, fantastic. Okay, let's get back to that Predator preview. And I don't know if this is the first movie when they actually show Predator talking, so that was something as well, you know. So with Predator, the most important part we're gonna focus here today is the face, and we'll see how that goes. I never drew Predator, so I'm excited about this. And the detail, the action, it was so great. I loved it. So, because TikTok Live Studio only works on Windows, and I'm using MacBook all the time, right? I need to switch, disconnect, reconnect, open Windows, and it's so much hassle. And yesterday I was streaming and I thought I got it figured out how to stream actually on MacBook using Stream Elements on OBS. So I'm not streaming directly on TikTok. I wasn't yesterday. And I could stream on TikTok, but I couldn't choose art category. So any third party, it's always gaming category, because TikTok doesn't give third party their IPIs, right? But it worked yesterday, and I was really happy. I was like, okay, maybe then I can live without having art category. Maybe it doesn't matter that much. ChatGPT, of course, said, "Oh, it doesn't matter that much. You're the best. You're the greatest. You're the greatest, man." And so that worked, and I tried that today because this would allow me to stream more often, more occasionally, even when I'm coloring my debut comic book that I've been working on for 15 years. Just, streaming, just coloring, not talking. Maybe there will be an audience even for that. I need to try everything till I still can and don't have to find a real job. The goal is never have a real job, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, and right, so that worked yesterday, and I was like, okay, maybe this is going to work today as well. Well, I was convinced it's gonna work, and just when I was about to go live, Stream Elements said that my access to TikTok Live was revoked, because it's not TikTok, it's Stream Elements via TikTok, and that I can reapply in 5 days. Yesterday worked fine, today no, probably because I use Stream Elements and not TikTok app directly. So okay, go back to Windows. So we are on Windows again. But the benefit is, because it's a different setup, it's not Stream Elements, it's a restream, and then direct streams to other ones. So the benefits are YouTube and Twitch horizontal, right? That's restream. Then Atium plugin creates a vertical canvas, which I can then use a virtual camera and feed that to TikTok app directly. So that works. But also in Atium you can create a separate key and you can stream vertical to YouTube, which I managed for the first time. Hi Mercury, how are you? So nobody really tells you how to set it up, because I know I watch everything that it's possible to get all of those setups explained on YouTube. If you would like me to explain it to you one day, let me know, because I know how to do it now. I'm one of those people who, when they are drawing, they aren't actually, oh yeah, I forgot to create a manual zoom. If autofocus goes away, let me know. I'm gonna do a manual zoom. The eyes of the Predator were amazing, so alive. And that director is great, because he made the previous Predator Prey movie, which was pretty good, but not as good as this one, because it was much lower profile. and Predator, that animated film that I just love. Predator, I forgot the name of it. I'm good, thank you. I just came back from watching Predator, go figure, in the cinema, Mercury. So I'm doing this now. I decided maybe I will be able to stream more often. So that's gonna be benefit for you if you like watching my streams, and for me because I'm gonna draw some other stuff to have a break from, you know, drawing my comics and getting worked up about it. So what I wanted to say is, when I'm drawing, and everybody is different, right? But like very often I would start inking before I have the whole, you know, illustration figured out in pencil, which is normally mostly impossible if you're creating content, because in content, maybe I'll get a little bit lower for you. That's what she said. Can I say this? Can I make a joke like this, or will I be straight away banned? I'm watching The Owl House recently. Force my friend because she told me it's really cool. That's kind of that sounds, and distraction straight away. That sounds familiar. The Owl House animated series. Oh, okay. Looks pretty cool. I like the character design. I do like, and yeah, maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I won't, because I don't want to make promises that I never keep. Well, where was I? Because there's so many things to watch, right? You arrived on season 2. Great. Okay, so Predator. Jesus. Like, I have a lot of things that I wanted to draw but never kind of managed to do, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of a one project at a time type of person, and it's really hard for me to jump from one project to another. But if you're watching from YouTube and you would like to employ me, I'm very good and I can jump from one project to another. Why are there no people? Maybe because I'm not drawing requests, that could be one reason, right? Or maybe TikTok is really disappointed that I was streaming using Streamlabs yesterday. Today they revoked my access using Streamlabs and are punishing me like this, because everything is possible with those. And it's really disheartening, you know, because you try your best and you're at mercy of those AIs and algorithms and all of these ones. Thanks, Mercury, for reposting. This pen is awesome. I actually never used brush pen, but a friend of mine recommended. It's you can probably find it on my Discord in my tools. So it kind of gives you this, you know, not uneven line, because normally I was always using pigment liners and they are very specific. The lines are always the same. 0.3 will be always 0.3. Well, you can kind of push harder or less, you know, but still. But this is much more versatile and I like it a lot. Oh, thanks so much, Tabby. I appreciate it. So, you know, spent an hour or less creating one piece of illustration in color or maybe in black and white. And I think that would be so awesome, because like I have those lives saved on YouTube, and there's like they're slowly growing, but you know, they grew for like 15 people views and, you know, just watching for a minute or less, to like 30, 40. So maybe if I have actually some themes in those lives, rather than just being so hectic and, you know, oh, I'm drawing your request but nothing really that people will be, more people will be interested. So maybe this would be beneficial. Maybe that's gonna that's gonna do the trick, as they say. And what are your favorite types of movies? Let me know in the comments. Like, what genre do you like the most? I definitely like sci-fi the most. I watched every good sci-fi movie that there was. So anytime there's a new movie, I'm very excited and I go to see it in the cinema. Because there's so little that I haven't seen. And it's always a great experience. I don't know. This is okay, but it's not the same when you're drawing and you're talking and you're making recording. It's always different. But I want to create art without thinking too much. My trouble with making art is I overthink stuff, and it's good to have options. It's good to polish it. It's good to write new versions of your stories and drafts, but there should be a limit. Oh, there should be a limit, because otherwise you're just gonna spend eternity on one project, and that's not good. You're not growing much this way. So now I'm drawing dreads. I have this system of drawing dreads, which is basically making those curly lines, which I got figured out some time ago. Again, not perfect, but it does the trick. Okay. Yep. And you can always ask yourself, oh, why do I bother, Why do we bother? And we bother because, something, it's the opposite of going mental. Like, if you repeat the same stuff over again, they always say, oh, that means that you're crazy, right? But repeating the same stuff all over again and getting better at it, it's the way to grow. It's learn from your mistakes, get better. So if something doesn't work, it doesn't mean that it won't work. You will get better at stuff, but it takes time. We think that things go fast because that's what they would like us to believe, but things take so much time. Years, if not decades. But you need to be persistent and you need to keep going and don't worry about stuff. And good things will happen. That's what I tell myself. I don't know what to do. I was going to play Project Sekai, but if I don't chat, it will stop the live or something like last time. How do you mean, Mercury? So basically, lately on TikTok, it wasn't stopping the live, right? So you're not responsible for my live being stopped, so do whatever you want. But the live were only being stopped on TikTok after an hour. So then it kicks, like, oh, there's nobody chatting, even though people were chatting. So it's not about you, it's about their AI algorithms. But I'm not planning to stream for longer than an hour, so that shouldn't be an issue. Anyway. So my favorite movie, since nobody said what is your favorite genre of movies, except me, and that's fine, I dig that. My favorite movie is one of my favorite movies is The Secret of My Success. It's a cheesy movie, but I love it. But I don't love the cover, so I decided to create my own cover, and maybe I'm gonna be doing that live as well. Maybe to sell it in the future. But I would like to make cartoon versions of, posters and movies that I love. I don't have many of those planned or in mind, but that's something I would like to do as well. And I have a cool idea how to create that The Secret of My Success with Michael J. Fox poster in my style. Fun. Your drawing looks really cool so far. Oh, thank you. We're gonna be going into coloring soon. We are streaming now for 29 minutes, so I think it's going well. Now, there was such a cool aspect of this movie that I don't want to tell you, but I could draw it, but if I draw it, you will know about it. whenever there is a movie I like, I try not to watch trailers or too many trailers. So I'm just trying to see, was that even spoiled in one of the images. But so far I don't see it. And it's probably gonna be better if I don't draw it, because that would be another element that would take longer to draw as well. I still don't hear anything, so no alerts, you know. I don't know how to fix it. People send me coins sometimes. Like so far I earned 16 cents, 16 cents, which is amazing. I would like to, you know, say thank you, but I don't hear, I always miss it because I don't hear the alerts. Let's see, audio mixer is this. And that it's a virtual one that comes from OBS, so I cannot do anything about that. Maybe that's why I don't hear those alerts. I need to check that with. But I truly appreciate you being here. You know, like Fan Mercury, Explosive Pizza Goldfish wasn't here for a long time. I looked lately on TikTok, and like most of the moderators, like I have like 6, 7 now, which was a surprise to me. Most of the moderators weren't watching live in the last 30 days, which means, you know, I am not predictable at the moment, so you never know when I'm gonna stream, so that's probably one of the reasons as well. Oh, thank you very much, Very Infected 6. Yeah, I just watched Predator movie. I love Predator, so I'm super hyped that there's more content coming out with this IP. Now, I don't really know how to draw this armor. I'm not kind of an armor guy. So this maybe is like little teeth. Let's draw it like this. Then he has that metal parts. But I don't really know. Well, he has this shirt first. Then he has the metal parts. I do wonder what was the budget of Predator Badlands movie, because there was action all the time, and we are at this stage when you can actually make a movie when things are happening all the time, and there's no restrictions like in Marvel movies or other movies. There's like 3 main scenes that you see in the trailers, and then you see it in the movie, so nothing is surprising. But Predator was ongoing, and I like, Anne Fanning, what's her name? So that was great as well. Okay, so his skin is like a fish with, how do you call those? I forgot how they are called. Łuski in Polish. Scales, right? Okay. And you know, maybe I will get better at drawing and actually streaming and recording live and actually make some cool illustrations as time goes, or maybe not. But again, it's all exercise. Like otherwise I would be just on social media right now and doing really nothing beneficial to my art. Not improving my art, just slacking, which I will definitely do when I finish this stream, don't get me wrong. But you know, it's all about getting better at stuff. Right, isn't it? Isn't it just? So yes. Okay, so now I'm gonna erase the pencils. I'm always really tempted when I'm doing this, not comics, just to leave the pencils, because who cares? And the truth is, nobody really cares except you, you know? Like the whole purpose of being alive is that you are alive so you can do stuff you like. And as long as you're alive, you being the force of the universe and atoms and all of that, you attract people who are interested in your stuff. So, and that is beautiful. So you're the driving force behind stuff. Where's my eraser? Here it is. The image that you see me in a TV, it's actually from a comic book panel from my upcoming comic debut, Dan and Clue Diet. So I just used that here. And I actually I colored this today The comic mostly has flat colors, but for this streaming I'm gonna make it, you know, cel shaded. And what I was saying, so it wasn't colored yesterday, and I have myself in the TV in black and white, and I wanted to check with you, do you prefer me in color or in black and white? So let me show you black and white, and then we're gonna color this. A very infected 6. Sometimes coloring drawings can be scary. Oh, so scary. Like, I don't like coloring at all, but I have no choice, right? Because I have no money to hire somebody to color stuff for me. So I got a little bit better at drawing over the years. Like when I colored my first comic in Photoshop, because I'm a traditional illustrator, but I never colored stuff, so I colored stuff in Photoshop digitally. It was like so saturated, like your eyeballs would just simply melt. And now it's a little bit better, as you can see from the colors around me. And I learned a little bit, but I'm not really obsessed about it. I don't care. Coloring traditionally just for the making content, because on social media you get more clicks when you're actually drawing physically something rather than tapping on a, you know, tablet. That's the truth. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding at all. Why would I? Okay, where was I? Okay, my markers. Mercury never colors, and that's great. Like, if you don't like stuff, don't do it. Sometimes we have to do stuff that we don't like, and that's okay, you know. I won't be missing coloring at all if I gonna be in this great position maybe in the future when somebody can color stuff for me. Like Tintin Hirsch, creator, wasn't drawing all those crazy backgrounds in the Moon comics when they were going to the moon. He had 2 assistants. They were coloring, they were drawing all the detailed backgrounds, but he never credited them in the comics. So you would think, oh, it was all Hirsch, but it wasn't. We all need assistants, and we should do stuff that we are the best at, you know. Fan always colors their drawing. Excellent. And when you're coloring your drawings, are you coloring your drawings digitally or, you know, using real medium like paints or something? So what I do, I always kind of check the color on a sheet of paper. Check it on this, I guess. This is not that dark, so this might work. And I'm using just normal Ohuhu markers because I can't afford. And I wouldn't even bother, you know, buying Copica markers. They're so expensive, and what's the... Bye, Mercury. Thanks for hanging out. Have a great rest of the day and, you know, the whole week, I suppose. How long are we streaming? I need to end this. Come on, OBS, show yourself. 38 minutes. Okay, so we have 20 minutes left. So let me just... Is there anybody watching YouTube Vertical? Let's see. There is one person watching YouTube Vertical. Hello, hi. Yes, I think that's something. And there was 5 views. I do wonder how many views we have in normal horizontal stream. By the way, so this is crazy, right? I really would like to just stream from MacBook, but I can't because of TikTok has only Windows app. And workarounds don't work because they're just gonna revoke your access like Stream Elements just did. But YouTube, if I was only streaming to YouTube, YouTube is about to roll out the new update where you can stream vertically and horizontally using the same stream key. And streaming key is basically like a number you need to stream online from streaming platform. You see how good I am at drawing and talking at the same time. But I left them a mean comment today because the way they wanna do it with only one stream key is basically they have your horizontal stream, and to create a vertical stream with the same chat, you know, one chat, 2 streams, they just crop on it and they crop automatically. So you cannot even choose where the crop will be. And it's like, that's not cool. That's the opposite of cool. But thanks to using Atum plugin, I can stream vertically now. But it's a lot to figure out this setup, you know. And there's many steps. I would like to just click this, you know, change title and go live. But no, because that's life. It's never perfect. Now we need some muted blue. That's not muted. That's quite saturated. And you know, that's what I meant by fun draws digitally. Awesome. And what programs do you use? Is it Procreate? Is it Clip Studio? Let me know. So like, you know, I'm coloring this, but I'm not really trying to color it well, because nobody cares at the end of the day. Sometimes they say, oh, you should be the best, but do you really need to be the best? I don't think so. Like, you can see so many creators being, you know, having all the following and not actually being amazing illustrators. It's more important to show up, you know, to be reliable, so people get used to seeing your face out there. It's all about personality, I guess, or the lack of. Now the Predator eyes were kind of a orange, and I have those posca markers, which I learned about again from, you know, streaming stuff. So let's make them yellow and orange. So that should pop. Fan uses Ibis paint. Oh, I haven't heard of it. But the name is cool. Okay, so now let's wait for the paint to dry in the eyes. But that's kind of how the eyes looked in the movie. Very, very similar. All of this is to... I got a message. You see, that's the trouble when you're streaming and you're using your actual phone for... Okay, so that's just a message saying that I can... stream for a little bit longer. Maybe I will stream... Just a second. Is streaming for longer any more beneficial? I don't know, because normally I stream for an hour, sometimes an hour and a half. Whenever I test streaming for longer, well, I don't see any changes, you know. Just a second. But the thing is, with all this stuff, you need to do it for a longer period of time, not days but months, and then it starts to get some traction. So it's all long game, you know, not short. This is so awesome. I got it from a market when people were selling their stuff, and this person was selling them for like, I think €2. I got 2 of them. And what's really interesting about this is it spins for a minute, 60 seconds or less, right? And then at the end, and you're gonna see it here, before it stops, it starts spinning the other way around. Wait for it. Wait for it. Hey Green, how are you? Thank you so much, Sharko, and great to have you here. And look, and it spins the other way around. Isn't that fantastic? I just love it so much. I still haven't figured out how to incorporate that in my content creation, but I will one day. So maybe I'll try to stream longer today and see if that helps, you know, in anything. Viewers, there's still one person watching, and vertical YouTube. We have 5 people watching on TikTok. So, you know, I don't know if me spending an hour longer here, getting tired, but better at streaming, being more resilient, I guess, will that help me getting more views or subs or follows? It will definitely not help me hydrate, because this is my last water. Oh, and one more thing. Okay, so, and here's where it gets complicated, right? Thank you so much, Green. Your art is amazing, man. That's what all the narcissist artists love to hear. You deserve to be more popular, dude. Thank you. You're way too kind. So when it gets complicated is, so you have your Ohuhu markers. You have your posca markers, like for eyes, right? To paint over inks. And then, of course, you're gonna have those freaking Prismacolor, which are high pigment. So you're jumping from medium to medium just to create this content. So, but at the same time, maybe you're getting better at stuff, I don't know. I'm just trying to make the armor a little bit more rough, and we'll see if that's gonna help at all in anything. Where was I? Why Xbox is opening again? Hello? Xbox, go away. Where's my... Okay, so there's no comments on YouTube. So primarily... Nah, I don't want to continue and sign in, Microsoft. I just want you to close. No matter which platform you choose. So if you go for Windows or if you go for Mac, they're all terrible. I don't know if I was so annoyed with computers when I was younger. I don't remember them being so not reliable, being so annoying with all the, you know, updates, requests, pop-up windows. I think they weren't that bad because there was no internet. They weren't trying to sell you stuff all the time, trying to get your data, trying to force you to use their AI, you know? Yeah, so as you see, I'm just coloring without thinking much and, you know, without trying hard. Oh, look what a mess I'm making. And the Predator, this is supposed to be blue, I mean yellow. You look at yellow, you say blue because that's how cool you are. I wonder about his tusks. Maybe yellow as well. Nah, that's gonna be hard to see because of the skin color I chose. His skin color is kind of a reddish in the movie. So let's see if we can... How can I make this kind of a looking more dirty? This kind of a works. And when you're coloring, it's really important to leave some spaces where there's light hitting the character. That's why the white I left here. It, you know, cannot be everything unison and just one color because that's boring. That's why the movies today are so terrible, because they are evenly lit like a commercial rather than having good shadows, contrast and highlight. So that's kind of a better, I suppose. But now we need to make his skin lighter. And it's not helping that my lighting conditions, like this is super bright, right? But this is super dark. But if I move this here, I'm even more... next time I'm gonna choose black t-shirt, that maybe, you know? Maybe. Yes. By the way, what is Predator Badlands about? I never watched it. Well, it's just out in the cinemas. So it's from a Predator point of view, and he needs to prove himself. So he goes to an alien planet to hunt a mimics? Coming mix? There's a creature's name, and he learns how to be part of the pack and not live by himself. He learns about friendship. And that was really cool. There's so much action in that movie, it's crazy. I'm not good in explaining stuff, sorry. But yeah. And he actually talks in his language, which is the first, I believe, in movies. And that was really well made. Really well made. It's an action adventure. Predator goes to kill, he finds his friends, and they have adventures. I don't know. Like I love simplicity, you know, but when I'm coloring, I'm kind of at the opposite. So that's kind of a, like I'm shooting myself in the foot. Again, I don't know if I can say that online. This red color of the skin doesn't really look that great. This is kind of a more dark red, which I need to... Those pigment Prismacolor crayons, they are not that easy to sharpen, you know, because of the pigment. It takes a little bit longer. So definitely this illustration needs more pig. Oh, and I broke it. I broke the very expensive pigment. That's gonna be worth those 16 cents I earned on TikTok in the last 5 months. And I have a mortgage to pay. Oh, we have a comment. We have a comment on YouTube. Thanks, Alamat Art. Thank you. Appreciate it. I will try to keep on going. It always encourages me. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. It always encourages me when people say, you know, keep going, because like we all have those times like, oh, you just want to throw it all away and just, you know, because it's so hard. You until you actually make it, and you don't need to make it, you know, but it's like, I don't know how to say this. Sometimes it just gets you, you know. I don't really know what I'm doing right now here. I don't know if I'm helping or not helping. The skin kind of looks more like his skin from the movie, so that's good, because it was reddish like this. Now I'm adding highlights, I suppose. I do wonder, should I make his eyes at that orange? Look, where is it? Look at this orange. I don't know if you need to do like this with posca markers all the time. Oh, it's spilled all over. I thought only once. Ah, damn it. But they then make a mess. Maybe, I don't know. Ay, ay, ay. Very Infected 6 says, that's true, I've broken so many color pencils of that brand. It's actually sad. Ha! I'm not the only one. And they, again, are not the cheapest. Okay, so the tongue, I like using different colors, especially purples, because it's not obvious, you know. it's not the color that actually the character has, but like using it for highlights or for something. I like being different this way. Oh, and I watched Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was really cool. Same old story, but for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, well paced, some cool designs. I enjoyed it. And before I watched it, like I read like a week before that some, you know, reviews that, oh, it's not that good. Never trust the reviews, man. Just watch it and see for yourself if you like it or not. Okay, so now very bright for the gums. But we don't see the husks because they are hidden in all of that coloring mess that I made, right? So I would need make them brighter or something. Or make this part darker. If it doesn't work one way, try the other way. Which is always the good approach, you know. The things don't work for a reason. And I believe we have the power inside of us to figure out the solution to a problem. Many times when I'm drawing a comic book and it's not working, I'll get very upset. Not as much as I used to. And I think I am just not good at all, that I always need to spend so much time on so simple things. But it's not working for a reason, because it's not supposed to look like this. So try different angle, try different... something different, you know, try something different. Rearrange the panels maybe. But again, too much rearranging isn't good either, because then you spend, you know, a lot of time on something. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more red to his neck, right? Okay, this looks like a mess, doesn't it? I just think it's a little bit too dark, so maybe I'm gonna add some highlights with posca markers. But let's add some background, maybe black or white. And should I use my real signature or Last Cartoon Hero signature? Don't know. Yeah, let's use some. I was kind of waiting for Alien to show in this movie, or for Arnold Schwarzenegger to show up, but he never did. It looks like peak messy art, twin. Thanks, I suppose. I don't know, could make it simpler. But again, you know, like, you could make it much better, right? We all can. But what, do you want to spend 3-4 hours making this, and it doesn't guarantee you there's gonna be more people looking at it and saying, oh, this is so amazing. That's why, like, it doesn't really matter. And I'm like, I also need to figure it out to make those streams that and make these into a short 10 seconds or something. But for that, I guess, you know, the process. But for that, I guess I would need to set the canvas into 4K, but that probably will be overkill, and just record like at the beginning, in the middle, at the end. But that's just a plan. I don't know if I'm gonna make it, because it's a lot of logistics, but that's what I had in my mind when I was figuring out this, you know, drawing live. And this will be in the thumbnail in YouTube. Fun fact. Oh, thank you. Fun fact, when I was what was it? So when I was streaming in Stream Elements on MacBook yesterday, the live set, when it was finished, the VOD YouTube said it's gonna be processing, so it wasn't showing in the search results. But when I'm streaming directly with Restream, I believe it shows straight away in search, and it took like 12 hours or so to be processed and to actually show, which is, I don't think it's ideal with Restream. So another, you know, minus for that platform. Yes, that's just green. I don't think I'm gonna add in more color because I don't want to make it even more messy. But now we're gonna add some highlights. Okay, so we are 1 hour in the stream. Thank you, fan. You have oh no. Come on. Unable to verify. Go. Okay. TikTok almost kicked me out again. We detected inactivity. Please slide this puzzle into place to confirm that you're still streaming. But we are 57 minutes on TikTok, so it's good that I spot it now. So normally I would just stop here, but let's keep it going for a little longer. I don't think I'm gonna manage 2 hours, but maybe hour and a half, or at least next 10-15 minutes. So we are at 6 people here on TikTok, which is amazing. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you, you know, spending your very important moments of your life with me. We are at 16,000 likes, 1,600 likes, which is great. You know, when I was doing drawing requests, I was like, oh, tap that like button. But like, what's the point? Again, you're feeding the algorithm. They make you a monkey, and there's no really benefit for me as a creator. There's no more people, you know, being notified or shown this live. But I guess TikTok gets more clicks, you know, more engagement. I don't know. So fan asks, by the way, when are you going live again? Not in this tone of voice. I don't know, man, but I think I want to go live more often. So at least those 3 times a week, maybe not on weekends, but around, and today is late, it's like almost 8 p.m. my time. But when I get tired around 1 p.m. or 2 p.m., that's when I'm thinking about going live for an hour and just drawing one piece of art from start to finish. So tomorrow is Wednesday, so maybe tomorrow, but if not, then, you know, Thursday or Friday. I really want to make like a schedule and stick to it, but you know, life, there's some errands you need to do, and this isn't my livelihood, so I don't want to get super stubborn that every this and this day at 1 p.m. or at 2 p.m. I'm here, and you know, I need to be here, because I don't want to put more stress on me than that I already do. Sorry, that's the best answer I have. Okay, this doesn't work because you cannot see it. Okay, let's try that pigment liner. I think I'm done with the pencils, coloring pencils, I suppose. Yeah, so this is my first Predator that I ever drew. It looks like a hot mess. But it is what it is. And one of the most important things is not to get bothered if you're drawing something and that doesn't look cool in your eyes. Just, you know, keep going. Highlights. Highlights. You don't want to go too far with highlights, and there should be on one side mostly. So I thought this Predator is gonna look more clean, and I was mistaken. So And this is that 1 hour mark when I mostly start to go, my mind scatters. I do wonder, is there a way to make this look better? Would you click on that thumbnail? Would you even recognize what it is? Because if that's gonna be a thumbnail, right, it will be more like this. Is YouTube streaming well? Because upgrade, because I see, maybe refresh and see. It should be working fine. I'm just checking Restream. Yeah, Restream is working, but it doesn't show. Oh yeah, it does. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Again, going off track. Very Infected 6, who's very nice, thank you, today. When I saw you were in live, immediately joined because your art is so tasty. Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna do like a stroke around the person, if you can call Predator a person, just to make it pop more. And what's helpful is that I left this white around so we can see the yellow, because it wouldn't be that visible on that green Prismacolor crayon, as we can see, less in your face. But it's also, I think, about accepting yourself, you know. I've been trying to be the perfect in drawing, and perfection is the thief of joy and all of that stuff. Because I felt always inadequate, that I need to prove myself, you know, that I am not good enough, not, you know, a lesser person. But now I think I start to believe in myself, and I don't need to be, we are all the same, you know. Nobody's more important than the other person. It's just egos, I suppose. So me being more loose with the art, I think that's the step in me being more loose with my life. Even though I don't like going out, but I'll stick in my cave. Now, should we add pink or leave it? Should we add pink, people? Stroke around yellow, or maybe add, what else there is? Something bright. Sorry, purple or pink or white, or just leave it as it is with yellow? What do you think? What say you? Maybe I'm gonna type it down, type it there. Add pink, says Fan. Should we add pink around yellow, white or purple? Anybody else? Speak up! Speak up! There's one eyeball on Twitch, there's one eyeball on YouTube, which is probably you, Fan, or one of you, which is cool. And then there's 0 eyeballs on YouTube, vertical, right? But at least, you know, this is working. The stream seems to be going without any lag. So that's okay. Oh, there's one viewer now back again. Yeah, I'm watching on YouTube. Fan, you're watching on YouTube in horizontal or in vertical? Some people were saying in comments on YouTube, because, you know, I try to get to the bottom of those things. They were saying that when they stream horizontal shows for their subscribers or whatever, but they cannot see the vertical doesn't show. So you see vertical, Fan. And how do you see that vertical? Do you basically go to my account and then it shows 2 streams that I am live? Or maybe I can even check and see. But I'm just gonna wait for your answer and add that pink around. I don't know what's gonna... Oh, you know, maybe that pink's gonna help with that vision that Predator has when he hunts for prey. Maybe it won't. It's a lot, isn't it? Might as well add blue. Should we add blue as well? Sunny, can you draw pin from BFDA? My soul would be yours. Maybe I will take your soul some other time, because today we aren't doing requests, but thank you so much for asking. Today we are drawing Predator from Badlands movie, and we are almost done here. But I will try to do like once a week. Should we add blue as well, stroke around it? I will try to do, you know, requests once a week, but I'm like, when there's many people requesting, fun is up for all the strokes around. Okay. And Sunny as well. When there's many people requesting, I'm always get stressed, and I always get like, because you cannot be fair then to everyone, because you cannot do all the requests. So I don't know how people deal with this when they do live requests. Of course, you know, they can say, oh, send me like a money tip or something, but I am not monetized, and it's not something that would interest me at this time. And that actually looks pretty cool, right? So I'm gonna ask you another question, and I think I know the answer. Hey Eliezer, how are you? We are finishing drawing Predator from Badlands movie. Should we add red stroke around all of this stroke? What do you say? What say you? Finally, my nap didn't make me skip alive. Yes, and you know, fun fact, Eliezer. No. Oh, no, don't add red. Oh, God forbid. Yellow, yes. Pink, yes. Blue, yes. But red, no. Oh, that's good that you're good. I was supposed to finish in an hour, so like 10 minutes ago, but we're going for a little bit longer. Okay, so let's hold on with red then. And add layer of black again. So some juicy blacks. I can just rewatch the live after, no worries. Are you the person who rewatches lives? Because I always hope there will be people who rewatch live if they cannot get it. I know it's not, you know, the most elevating content, but if you're one of those people who actually rewatches, I salute you. Because I always say, you know, you can rewatch the live when it ends if you miss it or whatever. When it ends if you miss it or whatever. Déjà vu. But I don't think people that follow me actually watch it, and I think it's just some random people that YouTube shows it to. But I might be mistaken. What do I know? Barely know anything. And that's okay. Add some more blacks here for more contrast. My favorite lines. Task more visible. Tusk. Right? And another marker that it's... Those markers are terrible. You make few lines and they already dried up, you know. Crazy. It's madness. Where was I? Hi one, hello. Oh, Gene, you watched the new Predator movie? I did as well, 2 hours ago. Did you like it? Did you love it? I did. That's why I'm doing this. I was supposed to draw Jeff Probst from American Survivor, because that's my favorite reality TV show. Well, it used to be, until I started watching Australian Survivor, and this one is even better, because it's like old US Survivor used to be, with all the beating and all those, you know, nasty competitions. And the host of Australian Survival, it's also awesome. I love the man. I forgot his name. So I thought about joining those two, giving themselves high five or something. But because I watched Predator movie today, it's Predator on the table. Yeah, the movie is great because of the director. This director knows what they are doing, and you know, it's not a million fast-paced cuts, which I just detest. It stays in a shot for a long enough time, you know, for it to work. I love long shots, not that many in the movies, but when it's like cut, 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 you know, every second or every second and a half, it's like watching damn TikTok, right? And at my age, the eyes bleed when that happens, and nothing like that in that movie. Thanks, Erizer. What's the movie on? What's the movie on? Can you elaborate on that question? What's the movie on? What's the movie about? I cannot help you with this because I'm already tired and I already said what it's about. And it's not me ignoring you. Maybe somebody can say in the chat. I mean, what website or app? Well, the Predator movie, it's in cinemas. Imagine that. If that's the question. For a long time, you know, I was always a cinema person, film buff. I loved to go into the movie scene, the Universal logo opening in the 90s. It was the best because you can, you know, not think about yourself and your worries and be in that world, whatever the world was. I saw the first Batman movie, 1989, with Jack Nicholson. I think it's 1989. With my brother, who fell asleep for half of the movie. But then after COVID, and because I live in Ireland and people who go in the cinema, at least in my city, are the worst because they talk, they kick seats, they don't shut up when they go to see a movie, they stay on their phone. I got so stressed about it that I stopped going to the movies, and for a long time I thought I will never go back to the cinema, but I'm getting there. The movie is good and if I like it, you know. But I still get stressed. Like today I seen there's two people close to where when I chose the seats, and I was like, oh don't, please God, I hope they won't be talking all the time, because people are crazy, right? I don't know what's up with people. But they weren't talking all the time, only during the movie trailers at the beginning, so that was fine. But when I was in another movie screening, there was a couple and they were just talking all the time, and it was like, oh man, and I moved a few more seats away, and that was saved me. I'm not good with confronting people. One time I confronted people in the cinema, one time it was in Mission Impossible, the one before the last, and I just screamed at them because I was so boiled with my emotions that I just screamed at them, and they said to me that I'm not very nice. Okay, anyhow, we're gonna be finishing soon. I don't know what else to do with this. I'm not happy with this. It looks so, you know. But it is made, you know. Okay, anyhow, yes. Oh, I forgot to put one crayon away. Maybe I'm gonna draw one more Predator very fast. There are many Predator movies and they're all okay, maybe except those Predator versus Alien 1 and 2nd. But the Predators was even okay. Oh, the Jack Black one, right? People hated that movie. I really enjoyed the cinema experience. I enjoyed seeing my Predator walking, being so deadly with all the sounds and with all the mayhem going around. But but people really hated that movie. I liked it. I don't know. Maybe I should try to rewatch it and see if I probably not many movies are rewatchable. Yeah, I had my reasons. Very infected 6. Where's the other chat? There's not really other chat. Oh, there's one chat here. Chat settings. I don't want chat settings. There's nobody. There's one person watching on Twitch, but they don't comment, which is fine. I'm not commenting either when I'm watching somebody's streams most of the time because I'm scared of everything. Yeah, anyhow, so this is it, right? I don't know what to say about it. It's Predator, right? So I'm gonna use my real signature here. Ready? Okay. That's my Sebastian Jaster, but J looks like M. And that's by design. It's not by design, but I mimicked my signature when I was a teenager on Walt Disney. And the way I draw it, that Y looks like M, and I think that's hilarious. Oh yeah, there's one more thing I wanted to add here. So we really need those red dots from Predator weapon. Because and they always say, you know, just have fun when you're drawing. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm really bad at having fun. But maybe if I do it enough times. I hear my neighbors taking out the trash. Today is Tuesday and Wednesdays is a bin day. And let me check my calendar, so I would need to take trash out again as well. No. It's next week. However, they sent a message a few weeks ago. It's a trash talk. I am trash talking now. All of the bins, refuse, recycle and waste, were going the same day every 2 weeks, right? Wednesdays. But then they sent text message which was very confusing, but the gist of it was that the refuse will go every other week. So now you need to remember that 1 week you have waste and another week you have the other two bins. And it's adult life, you know. It's so terrible that I thought I might just change the... He's putting out all the tree bins. He put out all the tree bins. Maybe he's just chancing it. I have a question. Should I try recommending you to other people on Discord? You can try. You know how it is. I'm not that active on Discord. I barely managed to actually create Discord. I hope it grows over time and I get better at it as well. Like with everything, right? But like are people actually receptive to recommendations, right? Because if somebody recommends you something, do you actually follow through with it, or do you need to discover it by yourself, right? When somebody tells you do this, or check this out, you're like, I don't really care. But then when time comes, you discover it by yourself, and then you're like, oh, I really dig this, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what to do with those bins. That person confused me. Tomorrow, if anything, should be only waste, refuse. They have an app. I'm gonna check the app. But fun fact about refuse, again, trash talk, it's just gonna finish now. We barely have any refuse in that, so it doesn't matter if they don't take it, and we wait 2 weeks. But I see how they feel. Please do recommend me. The more people, the better. Maybe there's gonna be 2 people, not one, buying my comic when I finish it after 15 years. And the deadline is looming, because if this doesn't work, I will need to look for a real job pretty soon in the next 4 months or something, because my money is just it's not unlimited. I don't have unlimited resources, but I would like to be, and I said that in previous stream, there's a better expression than financially independent. It was less grandiose, financially fine. I forgot how it was, but it was so funny when I heard it in a movie or somewhere. I just loved it. Financially sorted? Something like that. Oh, thanks Nine for a follow. And if somebody sent anything today, sorry, I cannot see it, I cannot hear it, due to my setup. Financially stable? No, maybe financially, because stable is the one you would expect the line to be, right? But sorted, I think it was sorted, financially sorted. And I find it amusing, because it's not those two words that you imagine go together. And, you know, these are the best. But stable is a good, very good guess as well, Gene. 1 hour and 21 minutes we are live on YouTube and Twitch. On TikTok we are also 1 hour and 22 minutes. No. On YouTube vertical we are shorter, because I click stream go live in OBS, but I forgot that I need to click start stream in YouTube Live Studio for the vertical, because it pushes, Restream pushes horizontal, but OBS doesn't push vertical. I need to do it manually. Crazy, I know. Oh, thank you, Eliezer, for recommending me to someone right now. Okay, so this is one piece, right? We spent 1 hour and 20 minutes drawing this. It is what it is. Oh, excuse me. It's on this great sketchpad by Art Gecko. They are from UK, and I don't know what's the equivalent of good sketchbooks in US, sorry, but I find them the best because the pages don't bleed, and I really like this texture of the first page, and that's their logo. And I'm not sponsored, I don't have any sponsors. Okay, so let's do one more. So I'm gonna crop this and I'm gonna make this a thumbnail for YouTube when this stream ends, and then I'm gonna eat my curry, and that's gonna be my dinner. Have you had dinner already? If not, what are you eating? Let me just draw one more in black and white. Maybe try very simple, maybe see if that's gonna be funny. It's very difficult to draw something if you never drew it before from memory or without sketching first, so this might go really badly. But we are talking about Predator Badlands, so I think it's only fitting. I watched the new movie. V watched the new movie 2 days ago. It was great, wasn't it? It was everything a man could ask for from a Predator movie. Not, oh, talk, and nothing is happening, but action, and it actually makes sense. Trouble with movies, when there's action, the action doesn't make much sense. When they are fighting, it's super boring. I don't know if you noticed that in movies, but it wasn't the case with this one. It was very well thought, so I enjoyed it a lot. Was that a rhyme? Did I just rhyme? I should have a counter for rhymes. Oh, and my goal on TikTok is to reach 10,000 subs. It would be amazing if I could reach 10,000 followers by the end of the year, but I know it won't happen, and I will not ask you to. What can you do? If you're not already following, please do, or subscribe on YouTube. Whatever is your main platform, I don't ask you to jump through hoops to please me. We are at 6,424 followers on TikTok, and I am amazed. Thanks to you. And you inspired me to create a object comic book, which is called Internal Objects, and I'm gonna finish a page or two this month. I'm not good juggling different projects, but you're gonna love it, I hope. I'm gonna share it everywhere. Everywhere, I say. Webtoons, tapas, all the social media and images posts, or maybe even filming that stuff. Who did you like the most in the movie? Well, of course I like the female. Anne Fanning? Is that her name? Because she was the comedic relief, really, right? But I wasn't expecting that little monster to be in the movie at all. So that was a great surprise. Who did you like the most in the movie? And I really like that this Predator was like he wasn't, you know, like, oh, I'm the toughest, I'm the most scary. He was like a loser, and that was so funny. No, that's for a long time I didn't know what that mean. I think it was in Back to the Future, and I only learned it in the last few years that this means a loser. Taya, yeah, she was great. I I don't dig Doctor Who, unfortunately. You know, when you don't grow up with some TV shows, you just miss that window of opportunity to actually be a fan of them, and I think that was the case with me. But I love David Tennant, and I could watch him in anything, so I could watch his show. I mean, his Doctor Who, I suppose. What do you think about the new Doctor Who? Was that a woman? Were people not happy about it? Did they change it to another person already? But I do like sci-fi and funny sci-fi, you know. Okay, so one more Predator, and then we're gonna end this. We will end this. I watched Armchair Expert podcast interview with Anthony Hopkins yesterday before I fall asleep, and that was very interesting. He's very smart. He says very cool things like, you know, just get on with it and believe in yourself. And many times you're just lucky. I just save you an hour of podcast. V says, I think that finding out the small creature was a Kalisk was a good plot twist. Spoilers for anybody. Too late. But that's not really a spoiler movie, I suppose. Yeah, that was a good plot twist. I wasn't expecting that. I'm not good with, you know, being smart about plot twists. When there's too many characters with too many different names, I wouldn't follow. So like when he was sniffing that big monster, Kalisk, and I was like, what's that about? And then at the end, oh, that's what it was about. Of course. Bye, Eliezer. Thanks for chatting. Bye, Sunny, or whoever is leaving. Bye and have a good meal. I will have a good meal as well in a second. What movie do you recommend to watch? Well, that depends what movies you like. For a long time, I was like, oh, I know the best movies, and if you don't like my movies, you have terrible taste. But now I'm like, everybody is different. I might like a movie that you may not like, and vice versa, and that's completely fine, you know. For each their own. So, like as I said, you know, Frankenstein with Guillermo del Toro on Netflix is pretty cool. Did you like any other characters? I'm very happy to see others who also watched it. Well, I liked all the characters. It was a great movie. There wasn't that many characters in there, right? The only character I didn't like was that evil version of Taya, or whatever was their name, because she was nasty. But I'm so stoked, you know, that Predators. There's more cool movies with them, because they cannot make cool movies with Terminator. They're just not able to. They cannot make good Star Wars movies because there's a whole studio with everybody has different opinions. But you can make a kind of a low profile. This wasn't huge profile in a sense. When you have one person with a vision and the person can actually deliver that. Same with movie, which was the best movie I saw this year, Weapons. That director, very good director, a lot of long shots, a lot of plot twists. Amazing movie. I would definitely recommend Weapons. It's a little bit scary though. I used to watch scary movies like this. Yeah. Yeah, the Bone Bison was great. The special effects were really good in this movie. Really good. When I was watching Frankenstein, right? Even though it's a great movie by Guillermo del Toro, all the animals, and there's so many animals in this, especially wolves, like you felt that you're watching Snow White. You could see that they're animated CG characters. So the suspension of disbelief was broken. But in this movie, no. Very infected phone is dying. Bye, thanks for chatting. It was amazing to have you in the stream. See you next time. I need to figure out a good way, like a slogan to say, motto at the end. But I should be earlier, you know, 2 p.m, 1 p.m. my time. We will see. Okay, so I'm gonna finish as well. Let me just draw a Predator really quickly here as well. So we're gonna make a cartoon Predator. Well, this is a cartoon Predator as well, of course. But let's see what we can do with just few lines. Anger lines are very important. Very small eyes. Darkness. Hello, darkness. Here I come. So I'm using this to avoid bleeding, but even without it, it wouldn't bleed. Of course, if I would do this now, it would, so I won't show it to you. Okay, so these are the scary eyes. I like making those lines like these. I just love it. Yeah, go and rewatch Doctor Who. Okay, so now maybe I will do better job with husks, which were supposed to go out. I'm still referencing the same. Let me just show you quickly. Oh, sorry for the movement. Yeah, so I'm just using this Google image for the drawing. So I used it for the previous one, right? And I'm using this for this one as well. Okay, yeah. Can you see this? Yeah, you can. Great, great, great. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, if I'm sinning, that means I'm getting tired. Okay, so simple lines. Simple lines. Simple life of Predator. Have you watched any of the other Predator movies? I've seen them all. And I love most of them. The only ones I don't like are the Alien vs Predator movies because they are very dull. And I even like that Jack Black Predator movie because it was great cinematic experience. Maybe it was stupid as hell, but you know. How about you? Have you got a favorite one? Of course, the first one is great, right? The one with the person who doesn't want to leave when they receive an Oscar, Adrian Brody, was decent enough as well. I've seen it in the cinema when it came out. It wasn't spectacular, but you know, it was interesting, definitely. I have only watched a few, but the most recent is now my current favorite. If you have a chance, rewatch the old ones, they are great as well. Especially, well, you know, the first one everybody loves, but the second one is also very good because it's completely different, which I like a lot. So I said that's gonna be simple drawing, but I'm again making a mess, adding too many shades and all of this crap and forgetting about the nose, and that doesn't even look like a Predator now. Hey chicken! We are talking about Predator. We are actually finishing talking about Predator. I just seen it. If you haven't seen it, definitely recommend it. We're gonna be doing more streams like this. When an hour stream, about 1-2 p.m. when I get tired and don't have any more energy to draw my comics. It's gonna stream and actually create one piece of art from start to finish, and I hope you will like that. So this was supposed to be simple Predator, but it again doesn't look like Predator. Okay, one final Predator attempt. Maybe use less thick. Maybe use less thick marker. But I got better with inking in a sense that my hand doesn't shake. So I'm really happy about that. I can make sometimes really difficult round, oval shapes by hand. Or I can even, you know, start drawing like this and then continue drawing after a break, and it doesn't look like it's two lines. It looks like it's one smooth line. So that's what I'm happy about. Okay, now nose, which we forgot the last two times. You know what? If I'm gonna be continuing, it's just gonna be getting worse and worse, I suppose. So the man doesn't know when to stop. And I don't remember what was the PG rating on this movie. They were very small because they were killing synthetics, right? And the blood wasn't red. So maybe it wasn't even less than 16. Maybe it was PG-13. I don't know. I forgot to check. And also I love, I don't know about you, but I love Tron franchise. And I went to see Tron Ares and I actually like it a lot. Again, a great cinematic experience. I don't know why people complain about this stuff. There's too many complaints since the internet is so popular. Anybody can complain, and they complain for no reason, and they ruin experience for other people because people don't have their own thoughts and they just follow, you know, other people's opinions, and that's just crazy. Okay, this is it, man. They should have that movie everywhere. It's a quite wide release. Okay, so this is bad. This is bad. Oh, I have a video. So I wasn't recording this, but I have a short. So I'm just gonna cross this out with red, cross this out, and then show this, and that's gonna be my video, which I will record tomorrow. When there's a sunlight outside, maybe, because it's raining. Yeah. Rated 12A, wow! They really get away with that by not having real humans being hurt in a movie. Wow, 12A only. Cool, awesome. That's the most bloody 12A I've seen in a long time. Like even the latest Jurassic World was like, no, not a drop, not a freaking drop of blood. Okay, folks, thank you so much for sticking with me. I appreciate it. You're the best. I hope to see you next time. If you ever see my stuff, like it. If you don't see it, make sure to hit bell button or whatever notifications, because it doesn't show it to followers. All those algorithms, all those platforms, they only show it to new people, and the 1% they show it to regulars. So if you like somebody, you can miss it. I don't it's terrible that I have to ask that of you, but you know, it would be cool. Yeah, watch Predator, and I will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful evening, and if I don't see you in the next one, have a wonderful life. Bye Eliezer, bye V, bye Jean, bye Chicken. Oh yeah, do see them, do like them, add them to favorites or whatever. We'll see how the posting goes this week. I really need to work on the comic book. Okay, bye-bye, bye-bye. Now I need to click bye-bye in many places, so that's gonna be gradual, okay? We're gonna say bye-bye first in TikTok, and live, and now. That's that. Now